But the problem is, in this modern day and age, status quo, sticking with the status quo can be quite risky. When companies are determining what to do next, they often don't consider, for example, the costs of doing nothing, the costs of doing what we did yesterday, the costs of, and I see so many businesses do this, this is where lightning struck last. So let's just set up a lightning rod there in that very same spot and expect lightning to strike again. This worked before, so let's do it again and again and again. Let's launch the same marketing campaign. Let's write another mass market paperback book about teenage vampires. Let's make the 17th sequel to Fast and Furious. Now that strategy can work in the short term, but over time, it's a recipe for disaster because imitation tends to make the trend obsolete. And there are so many examples of this from the business world. The Kodak is a prime example that's cited in so many business books, of course. The top management at Kodak had the patents to digital cameras, but the management believed that digital film would never replace physical film. Garmin is another example of this. So many of us own those Garmin, the dash-mounted GPS units, but Garmin ignored the smartphone revolution and just kept doing what they were doing yesterday. And you can add Blockbuster, Borders, BlackBerry to some extent to that list as well. In each case, the unsinkable sinks, the invincible self-destructs because we assume that their previous success guarantees their future. And then they're just left standing when a young and scrappy competitor who's willing to reimagine outdated approaches speeds past them to the finish line. So I encourage leaders to ask themselves this question of, what is the cost of doing nothing? What is the cost of sticking with the status quo? And often you realize that the cost of sticking with the status quo is far higher than taking a path into the unknown.